At a recent economic forum, 86% of the delegates agreed we have a leadership crisis today. Stay tuned to discover how expanding your leadership through John Maxwell's 5 levels of leadership can add more energy, commitment, and effort from your people in your organization. Hey, life changers, leaders, and legends in the making. My name's James Tanti. I've been in professional sales and leading teams of people for over 3 decades. I believe I've made every mistake in the book, yet was fortunate enough to still be able to grow, thrive, and create 400 million plus in business. Whatever business or service you provide, you're faced with the daily challenge to effectively persuade and influence others. Your ability to sell and lead will determine how successful you are in your area of study. Today, we'll be summarizing John Maxwell's book, 5 Levels of Leadership. The book has been in print since 2011 and has been in my library since it was originally published. I have listened to the CDs many, many times, studied the book, and even listened to John speak live on the subject. Not only will I give you the highlights of the 5 levels, we will share with you at the end of the video some of the special insights on how you can use this as a tool to lead different people in your organization. I repeat, at the end of this video, you will discover how you can influence more people to follow you. So let's begin the 5 levels with level 1. It's called rights. You have a title. People are following you because they have to. It's their job. It's how they get paid. Maybe you get a promotion because of seniority, education, or performance. Hey, you're doing a good job. But just because you got promoted into leadership doesn't necessarily earn you the right for people to follow you. At level 1, you will always get the least amount of contribution, enthusiasm, and commitment. You will always tell a level 1 organizational culture. Now, this is classic. When you have an organization where people are doing the very least, one of their favorite times of the day is at 5 p.m. That's right before they leave. And the ritual starts at about 4:30. People actually start cleaning up the desk, and then maybe it's a little tidy. At about 4:45, they start visiting other kiosks to say goodbye to their friends, because obviously you don't want to socialize on your personal time and the company's going to pay you. At 4:50, I think it's time to go to the bathroom because I got to drive home here soon. And if I'm going to pee, I might as well get paid. So at say 4:55, go back into my office, do a little stretching, put on the runners, and get ready to run out that door. So if you are asking why I'm not getting the best out of my people, because the only reason people are following you is because you have a title, and they will give you the least amount of energy at level 1. The good news is you don't have to stay at that level. You can always move up to level 2. So level 2 is permission. And the key word, according to Maxwell, is relationships. People now follow you not because they have to. They follow you because they want to. They follow you because not just you're a supervisor, but a supervisor they like. And I'm always amazed that when people get a promotion into a leadership position and they're not likable. It's tough being in the people business when people don't like you. Now, have you ever worked for somebody that you didn't like? I think everybody can say yes. In fact, you might even recall being at the store or the mall and you see somebody you didn't like from a distance. They haven't made eye contact with you yet. So what do? You duck, right? You avoid the situation. And so relationship, ladies and gentlemen, are the foundation of leadership. Level 2 is when you start developing relationship skills. And there's 3 things at level 2 what needs to be done well. And number 1, you need to, of course, listening deeply, being present, observing. Number 2, observing where your people are, where they're at in their knowledge base, their skill set base, paying attention to them, and ultimately learning. So listening, observing, learning, because what you're really doing is showing you care. You have an attitude of servitude, and people don't care how much you know till they know how much you care. Once you have the relationship down and people are following you because they want to, the next level really is turning that into production. So level 3 is production. That's when you're creating results for the company. So you are effective at what you do, and you're also productive. So you're productive because people see that you're doing it. And ultimately, that is the best form of motivation and credibility, is leading by example. You start really attracting people who you are, not people you want. So who you are as a leader is who you attract. And ultimately, this is where momentum takes place. When you have momentum, here's the beauty: you have less problems. Momentum is a problem solver, and lack of momentum is a problem starter. So if you have training, if here's a great example of momentum. Okay, we all know of a locomotion. When it's going full speed ahead, it's like nothing can stop it, right? So you have a train, it's going into a brick wall. Say the brick wall is a couple feet thick, and that train is going to go crashing into the brick wall, blast it into pieces, and push all the way through. Why? Because we have momentum. But that same train, if it's stopped, if it's not moving, if it doesn't have momentum, you can put the smallest little obstruction, a rock, a little brick of wood or something in front of that front wheel, and it'll prevent it from moving because it has no momentum. A lot of times when we look into problems in the organization, the problem is really not the problem. The problem is a lack of a momentum. And really, to start gaining traction and momentum, you want to be at that level 3. So the mojo is at level 3. Now, moving forward, level 4 is the key word, is not production, it's reproduction. So level 4 is people development. And this is where duplication takes place. And ultimately, this is my passion. This is the juice of why I do what I do, because I love to see people rise to the occasion. Something magical happens when you truly understand that people are your most valuable asset, and people, we need to invest in them. So how do you grow your company? Well, you grow your people. When your people increase their capacity, they increase what they can do and accomplish. The key to developing good people starts at the beginning. It starts with recruitment. Lou Holtz, the famous NCAA the basketball coach, said, "I've had good people on my team. I've had bad people, and I discovered I'm a much better coach when I have good players." And 80% of your success is really getting the right people in the front door. It's having the right people, folks. And so my question to you is, what are the characteristics of your dream team member? What are the values? What are the skill sets? What are the characteristics of your dream team members? And more importantly, when you see them, are they the type of people that will align with the values of your company? Getting the right people is the most important part of the battle of building. And so the next is putting the right people in the right positions. Jim Collins, in his book, Good to Great, talks about the right people in the right seats on the bus. What I've discovered is successful people position themselves well. Know your strengths and know the strengths of your people. Successful people know what they're good at. Successful leaders know what other people are good at. So I'm going to repeat this because this is a juicy little nugget. Is successful people know what they're good at, right? You know what you're good at. You leverage your strengths. Successful leaders know what other people are good at, and they put them in the right seats to leverage their strengths. So having people in positions to leverage their strengths truly is the key. And then we need to coach and mentor them well. And so there are 5 steps to really duplicate and replicate. Number 1 is you need to know what to do, and you need to do it. And so you can't teach people if you don't know, right? Number 2 is, now that I know it, Okay. I'm going to do it and you're going to be with me. This is like a hands-on training. Number three is now it's your turn to do it, but I'm going to be with you and I'm going to watch, observe, and give you feedback. And then number four is guess what? You're trained, you do it. Go do it well, do it consistently, do it the best you can. And then the final part is the part that most people miss the boat on. Okay. And that is do it with somebody else. So you continue to do it and have somebody watch you learn so that you can grow, you can duplicate. And this is where compounding takes place. So leveraging your time, leveraging your team, compounding takes place when you have somebody training somebody new. So ultimately, the process to get to the next level is to create more leaders and to create a leadership building culture, which is ultimately teaching, practicing, coaching, and rewarding leadership at all levels. The final level of the five levels is number five, the pinnacle. And that is the key word is respect. You're a master. You've done it so well with so many for so long that people just follow you. Naturally, they follow you because who you are, your character, for your reputation, what you've done. And the truth of the matter is a lot of us would like to be there, but many of us will not reach this level. It takes a tremendous amount of talent, commitment, dedication, growth, and servitude to be at this level, and it is a lifelong journey. And when you're at this level, you have teams of organization, teams of people, teams of teams that are self-sufficient at level 4. And ultimately, this is a legacy organization that will function with or without you. And your role truly is more passive, but your role is a role model to give people inspiration to continue to grow on the company's vision. And so ultimately, you become legend at level 5. And so that's what leadership is. Leadership is always going, always growing, never ending process. You've never arrived. Even at a level 5 leaders are still students of their craft. So a question you may have been asking yourself as I've been going through the 5 levels is what level am I on? Am I a level 1, a 3, a 4? If you ask yourself that question, I'm going to ask you to go a little bit deeper, and that is sometimes whatever level you're at, okay, is you're not going to be at that level with everyone. And so some people you might be on a level 2 with, you have a great relationship with. Other people you might be at a level 4 with where they're already duplicating other people. And maybe there's a newcomer in the company where they don't know you or trust you and you don't have that relationship yet. And so here is the assignment. Here's where the rubber meets the road. Here's where we take this information, put it into practice. Your assignment is to make a list. Check it twice. Find out who's naughty and nice. No, you're going to make the list of all the names of the people that you lead and ask yourself a very simple question. What level am I on with each of these people? It's not going to be perfect, but write it down. Are you at a level 1, 2, 3, 4? Where are you at with these people? And the secret, once you go through this process with each of these people, is you're going to learn how to better lead them. You see, because people see you and follow you through the lens of the levels, the 5 levels of leadership. So take notes on them, apply them to your life, begin to be a student of leadership, because your level you rise to in life and business is the level of influence that you have with others. It always has been, it always will be. So thank you for taking the time to develop yourself today, because you are valuable. You are an investment, and the best investment you can make is in yourself. So life changers, leaders, level 5 legends in the making. I trust you found some nuggets in today's episode. What did you learn specifically? I encourage you to capture your thoughts and share them in the comments down below while it's still fresh in your mind. Also, if you have some great ideas on topics for future episodes, I really want to hear from you. We created this community for people like yourselves who are on the journey to becoming a better version of yourself. So if you feel today's show was of value to you, then hit that subscribe button so that we can keep you updated on future shows. I truly appreciate all your support and your commitment to excellence on your sales leadership journey. I look forward to chatting with you more soon. In health and happiness and prosperity, your partner in success, James Tanti. And peace.